This is Lori with your HSC team, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how we need to properly wash our hands. And I know that may sound something that's very small, but you'd be amazed at just how many germs are out there that you touch on a daily basis. And especially with the pandemic that we've got going on right now with COVID-19, we haven't even hit a year yet. And so we've got a long ways to go. However, we are making strides, and I appreciate everything y'all are doing at the locations, but we want to continue to make sure we are doing everything possible to mitigate an outbreak at a location. So as we go through this today, we're actually going to do a demonstration to show you the proper hand cleaning techniques. Josh is going to assist me. So you're actually going to get to see why it is so important to make sure you're washing your hands. Everyone does have hand sanitizer. We provide that at the locations. You probably carry them in your vehicle, even when you're away from the job. But remember, hand sanitizing is not a replacement for washing your hands. You still need to make sure you're washing your hands throughout the day, just from you touching doorknobs, even your cell phones. Cell phones can be one of the dirtiest things you touch. Just think about where all you lay that phone whenever you're setting it aside, or do you take it to the bathroom with you when you go to the bathroom? That is just an idea of how many germs you could be picking up just from your cell phone. So we'll get into this and start with the demonstration so you can see just how important it is to make sure we wash our hands. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, this is actually called Glo Germs. If you've never seen this, it's really cool to see, but for some of you, this may really bother you when you really see how many germs are out there. If your hands are cracked, that's another thing you got to look at too, because if you're not cleaning your hands well, that bacteria is getting into your cracked hands. We all work out in the weather and in different conditions, so it's very easy to have dry, cracked hands. So we want to make sure when we're washing our hands, we're really looking at those spots as well, because those germs can actually get in there. So this is actually Glo Germ gel, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to put it on our hands, very small portion, and we're going to treat it just like lotion. So we're going to rub it in just like you would lotion on your hands. Make sure you get it in every spot that you can on your hands. And now we're ready to actually use the UV light. So you saw me just washing my hands. This is what happens if we don't wash our hands very well. I just barely washed them, barely put any soap on my hands. A lot of people think, oh, well, I've touched it with water. I've used soap on it. I've got it clean. You can tell where the germs show up with that fluorescent lighting. And if you'll notice, just in the sink, how much germs are there. And that was with me just being in a hurry and trying to wash my hands.
Perfect.
Okay. Just hit stop. Okay, as we just showed you through our demonstration, when you saw when we didn't wash our hands very well at first, there was still germs in our fingernails. Like if you're wearing rings, bacteria hides under your rings as well. And so you always want to make sure you're really washing every part of your hand. You want to make sure you're getting in the creases of your hands, under your rings, fingernails, on your thumbs. A lot of people miss their thumbs and their thumbnails. And then you also want to make sure you're doing your wrist. If you noticed, when Josh was washing his hands and did a really thorough job of cleaning, you could even see it going down the drain in the sink. And so that's what we want to see. We want those germs to go down the drain. We want to make sure we're getting it all cleaned up. At the end, when Josh finally finished washing his hands after that 20 seconds, you could actually see where he had no germs on his hands. And that was because he actually took the time and he washed his hands to make sure he had all the germs off. So we really appreciate everything y'all do out there, and just continue doing what you can to help mitigate and keep this out of our locations. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Have a good day.